This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Ceasefire Financial.
Good evening, Nevada County. I'm Keith Overby, your host for tonight's edition of Nevada County Now. Now, effective on Thursday, May 1st at 8 a.m., all hazard reduction burning will now require a permit in Nevada, Yuba, Placer, and Sierra counties. And these permits must be obtained online through the BurnPermit.Fire.ca.gov website. Residents should also verify that it's a permissive burn day with the local Air Quality Management District, which is the Northern Sierra Air Quality Management District. They can be reached by phone at 530-274-7928 or by visiting their website at myairdistrict.com. Now, open burning is banned within all city limits. So remember, we must all do our part to keep our entire community safe. Now, in Nevada City this week, the newly constructed Nevada Street Bridge was dedicated to Bill Falcone. Bill has been the city's engineer for over 50 years and the one who has worked passionately for his beloved hometown. And even though retired, he couldn't help but be involved in the bridge project. He served as a field engineer on the project. Council members, friends, family, and others gathered to dedicate the bridge. Councilmember Daniela Fernandez addressed the crowd with these words: "Bill, I told you before, you're a damn delight, and now you're a bridge too. There aren't many people who can say that they helped build a town and then also had part of it named after them. But of course, you can. You've poured your brain power, your hard hat, and probably a few curse words into Nevada City. And this bridge is just more reminder that your fingerprints are all over this place. I want to thank you for making the city stronger, structurally anyways. This town is lucky to have had you behind the scenes, under the streets, and now permanently above water." Now don't go away. We're going to take a short sponsor break, and we'll be right back with tonight's top story.
Thank you to Ceasefire Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.ceasefire.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Our top story tonight is a follow-up story on one that we reported about in February. Now, on February the 11th, Grass Valley City Council member Tom Ivey, during the normal council members' reports and part of the City Council meeting, requested the City Council consider a resolution regarding the conflict in Gaza. He also asked that this be placed on the agenda for the Council's meeting on February 25th. He noted that there had been, for several months, many repeated requests from members of the public for such a resolution. Councilmember Ivey stated that, quote, all, end quotes, of his constituents had told him they supported a resolution. The normal protocol would be that the city manager determines, in consultation with the mayor, which items are placed on the agenda and the timing for scheduling such items. Members of the public, including council members, can request that an item be placed on the board's agenda. Now, to do so, the public can contact a city council member or the city council clerk. Requests do need support from a local elected official or a department head before being considered. And the mayor must also approve the request for it to be included on the agenda. These protocols exist to ensure that there's plenty of time to research and prepare items needed for the council to make informative decisions and that these fall within the scope of what council does. That procedure was broken.
I want to choose this opportunity to demonstrate that we're consistent and have what it takes to finish that conversation with the community and to show them that we can continue to do so on a regular basis. So I'd ask that we pass this. Let's be proud to have this behind us. And I formally move that we agendize a resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and that we stand against all forms of hate. First and foremost, anti-Semitism and Islamophobia at our next meeting in February.
I second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to agendize an item.
You can act on that motion. You can also discuss that motion, but have to avoid discussing the substance of the topic that you might agendize because it's not on the agenda. So that's the odd line that the law draws.
Okay, so any discussion is on,
Process, not substance. Do we agendize it? Do we don't?
okay. Normally, we go through the mayor and put things on the agenda that way. I'm willing to entertain any thoughts about that up till now, but we do have a motion and a second. So if we want to further discuss or take a vote, we can do that.
Now, further, on February 25th, Councilmember Ivey presented a draft resolution which condemned Israel for the conflict in Gaza. This resolution can be found on the link we have provided in the description. Several issues were brought up, including that this resolution fell outside of the duties and responsibilities of the City Council, and that no council members or city staff were involved in the authoring of the resolution. And when asked, Councilmember Ivey stated he had not written the resolution, but could not or would not provide the identity of the author of the resolution, though it was given to him and he presented it to the council.
I have just a couple of questions
Okay.
about the resolution. First of all, I want to know who wrote it. It sounds so almost identical to Nevada City, and I just wanted to know if it was basically plagiarized from Nevada City, or did we craft our own?
My understanding is that it was submitted. What is the answer to that?
This was submitted by a community member. I think some of it was, came from the city of Nevada Cities.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't know the answer to that question fully either. Yeah, so.
Okay, I think that's an important question as to who wrote an ordinance that we're going to introduce from the city of Grass Valley. We should know who wrote it.
I think I can answer at least that it's not completely the same, and it was presented. So, I would like to make some comments about this as well, but maybe this is the time.
Can I finish my question?
Yes, I was just answering your question.
And I just want clarification on one of the whereases in the resolution itself. It says a growing number want this ceasefire resolution brought forth. I want to know who those people are. Who do we have? Is it quantified in any way at all, or is it just random? Again, it's very similar to Nevada City, so I just wonder if you just took what they had. I'm not you personally. I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you personally. It was just taken as the same language. That's all, because I'm looking at the people who come and have come for over the past year, and we had I think at the most maybe 20, and lately only about 5 that come that have expressed concern about wanting this on the agenda.
Now, this resolution was passed on a 3-to-1 vote by the council, with council members Ivey, Joe Bonamolo, and Mayor Hillary Hodge voting for the resolution. The lone no vote was by Councilmember Janet Arbuckle. Councilmember Haven Caravelli was not present at this meeting. Now we're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go away, because we have more to come with this story.
Are you looking for a unique hands-on experience for your group? Nevada County Media offers field trips for all ages that inspire creativity and curiosity. Explore the world of media production. Learn about live production, animation, podcasting, and more. Our field trips are perfect for schools, clubs, friend groups, or organizations who want to have fun learning new skills while learning teamwork. Schedule your field trip today by visiting NevadaCountyMedia.org. Discover, create, and have fun with Nevada County Media.
All right, welcome back, Nevada County. Now, going on with our story, since this meeting, there has been a tremendous backlash from the community regarding the passage of the resolution. At a subsequent council meetings, there have been multiple public comments condemning the resolution, in addition to comments thanking the council for their action. This reporter has viewed all the city council meetings during this period, researched and reached out to many individuals in the community, and I've found the following to be true. The comments against the resolution have outnumbered the pro-resolution comments. City staff have told me that they received a huge influx of emails regarding the action. As of noon on April 17th of this year, 22,162 emails had been received on the subject. That's not an approximation, that's a real count. Now consider that the entire population of Grass Valley is approximately 12,000 people. Since the council passed the resolution, the city has had to have their IT staff develop filters to route these emails to a specific mailbox so as not to crash the city's email system and to allow emails from citizens with city business to get through to the city. You know, with simple things like asking about water or utility bills, asking about a pothole that's on their street, etc. The city staff did not have a specific count of emails supporting the resolution versus those against the resolution. However, city staff I spoke with estimated that an overwhelming majority, 99%, want the city council to rescind the resolution. Now, I don't claim to be a mathematician. In fact, I was lucky to get through algebra as a freshman in high school. But you know, thanks to iPhones, I've got a calculator. And at the time of this calculation, the period of time since the passage of the resolution to when I spoke to city staff included approximately 33 work days for city staff. That's a 40-hour work week, Monday through Friday. Now, if you do the simple math, that comes out to approximately an average of 672 emails received by the city each day about this single subject. And when asked, city staff reported that on normal workday, the city will, on average, receive 50 to 75 emails and voicemails per day. This leads to some questions. Other than the divisiveness of the community this resolution has caused, what are the effects on the city? Now we're going to take a short commercial break and we'll be right back to finish up this story.
In Nevada County, women are making a difference. Whether it's advocating for change, empowering others, or shaping our community's future, the League of Women Voters of Nevada County is here to help you get involved. With nonpartisan voter education, advocacy, and a commitment to a stronger, more informed democracy, the League empowers you to take action and make your voice heard. Join us today at lwvnevadacounty.org. Be the change. Be the voice. Together, we can make a difference. Your voice matters.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Now, we asked a lot of questions of city staff. For example, what are the effects on the city because of this resolution? Now, keep in mind that we're not speaking on the conflicts that prompted the resolution, only the direct impacts here within our community and on city business. Now, when asked, city staff could not give me a cost estimate to the city on this situation. They're unable to provide an answer to how much time has been spent by city staff on this situation. And you have to remember, when you talk about city staff, you're talking about everybody from the front counter all the way up to the city manager, including city legal counsel. I'm sure they were involved in this. Now, some people feel that there's no cost to this. And I'm here to report that I think this is a false assumption. Time was taken away from conducting the normal business of the city, which does impact our community. So although we don't have the exact figures, we do know that taxpayer monies were and are being spent on this. Employee hours are spent sorting through emails. IT time is used to keep the city's computer system from crashing as a result of the influx of emails. Administration and council time, and probably legal counsel time, is being spent on this subject. And last, council time's being spent during their meetings. What's to come next? This reporter has been told that there is an outside attorney that has made a public records request for the emails. And not just for the emails, but also for phone records from the council members and from city staff regarding this issue. There are also rumblings in the community about a possible recall of some council members over this issue. Now, this should not be dismissed out hand. This happened approximately in Grass Valley about 25 years ago when some council members were recalled. Now, here in Nevada County we're going to continue to follow this story, and we'll be providing updates as we learn new information. Now, we've also reached out to interview individuals from both sides of the issue, city council members, people from the Jewish community, people from the Palestinian side, because our goal is to bring as much factual information forward as possible so that you can come to your own conclusion. And it all comes down to how much is this costing the taxpayers. Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you'd like to help contribute or write stories, appear on a show, or even become a host, please check out the details on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/NCN. This program is local news and information brought to you by local residents. Now, remember to stay safe, take care of each other, and get out there and explore all this community has to offer. Good night, Nevada County.